Pisces, thank you and welcome to your October read for October, for the month of October. I did already pre-shuffle the cards. I just want to make sure I shuffle them in front of you so you can see. Pisces, if this does not resonate within the first, I would say, minute, it's probably not your read. Check out your moon, rising, and Venus to get a more accurate picture of the energies surrounding you. Also, Pisces, I want to let you know that I do read intuitively, and so my card meanings may not be the same as other tarot card reader meanings. I pick up messages as I'm reading, and I kind of go off of those messages, depending on the placement of the card and what the clarifying card is giving off, the energy that it's giving off, things like that. So just want you to always be aware of that. And last thing here, Pisces, is if you want a personal read or you want to support the channel, the only way that you can do that is by using the links in the description box. I don't have social media or anything like that, so you won't be able to find me on there. And if anyone is trying to communicate with you and says it's me, it's not me. Yeah, those are the only ways to get a hold of me, is through that description box below. I do pull a oracle card for the overall energy. So please give me Pisces for the month of October. Overall energy for Pisces, the month of October. Overall energy for Pisces, the month of October. One of those wanted to come out a little bit. Show me Pisces. Overall energy, month of October. Just one. This one. Okay. So we'll discover what that card is together at the end. All right, let's get into it, Pisces. Position 1, we have your current energy, King of Cups, being clarified by the Seven of Swords in this deck for my clarifying cards that is called Futility. Okay. Seven of Swords is typically going to be all about, sorry, I got like too many things going on here. The Seven of Swords is typically about betrayal, people being dishonest, being backstabbed. Sometimes in the traditional tech, it's the one where he's like running away with the swords, looking back. Okay. So when I'm getting your current energy, some of you are doing something. It's not necessarily with a person, but I'm getting that you offered something of yourself, whether it's love, emotion, like working really diligently on a project, or really investing time and energy into a person. It's not that you necessarily offered your cup of love, but it's more of you really invested your emotion into something, whether it be a person, a situation, or job, and you feel like it almost like went unappreciated. Like it almost just nothing happened from it. You're kind of really feeling some kind of way about it. Like, I just put all this energy and time and emotion into you, and that's your response, or that's your reaction, or, you know, you're just not feeling it being reciprocated. You're not feeling good about it, possibly. In your challenge position here, we have Ace of Wands being clarified by lust. Okay, so lust in this card is the same as the Strength card. So what I'm getting, the obstacle here is that you really want to move forward, though. Like, you want this to work out. You really have passion and drive and energy to make it work. Like, you want to move forward in this situation and you want to create something here. You're very passionate about it. Again, whether it be a person or a job or some kind of situation, you want it to move forward. Like, that's why you offered your emotion and your investment in the first place, is because you really wanted it to move forward. So that's the obstacle. It's not moving forward. It's not happening. And you're feeling really neglected by it, is what I'm getting. You're feeling really like slighted, because it's not moving forward in the passionate direction that you wanted it to go in. What you need to focus on, we have the Magician in reverse being clarified by the Prince of Swords. So what I'm getting here is that what you need to focus on is, instead of like, the Magician is all about manifesting, right? But the energy that I'm getting is more of like, instead of trying to daydream about this beautiful outcome or journey with this person or situation, you need to focus more on your communication with them, and that's going to let you see the truth in the situation. The more dreamy in your head about it that you are, the less communication that you're giving and receiving. So you need to be very clear with your communication. And what I'm seeing here is like, you just need to come in with very clear communication. Hey, what do you want out of this situation? Why did you not respond in this way? What happened here? It doesn't have to be harsh communication, Pisces, but I'm definitely getting like, you need to focus less on being in your head and kind of being dreamy and romantic and romanticizing the situation. And you need to be more exacting about your communication to find out the truth. In your past energy, we have the Star being clarified by the Hangman. So there was some kind of situation or person that you really thought was wish fulfillment. You thought it was balanced. You really took on a new perspective here within the situation. And I'm getting, for some of you, you gave someone or a situation a second chance. And that's why you're so like feeling slighted here, is because it's almost like, I gave you a second chance and I tried to make this happen for you. And this is how you're going to do me. This is how the outcome is going to be. You kidding me, right? So it's almost like in the past here, like, you did give this situation a different perspective, a new idea. You approached it differently. You've really tried to work this situation from multiple angles in a positive way, trying to make it work and trying to really coincide with whatever's happening here. And you saw it as you're trying to get balance here. You're trying to get balance, get wish fulfillment. You want to like give in as much as you're receiving, but I'm feeling that it's not balanced. That card is not showing here, but intuitively what they're telling me is like, whatever situation you're dealing with off the bat, it's very imbalanced. You're putting in way too much work than what you're getting out of it, is what I'm getting here, intuitively. In your strength position, we have the Moon, and it's being clarified by Sorrow. So in your strength position, I'm getting that you, again, it's that dreamy energy, okay? That illusion, kind of dreamy up in your head. You're really good about doing this. Like, that is a strength of a Pisces. Like, you guys can dream, okay? And those dreams turn into manifestations, which turn into reality. So it is absolutely a strength here. But I'm also getting that even though it's your strength, it sometimes gives you sorrow, because then you have to come back down to reality and realize that that's not what it is. This is the Three of Swords here. So in the traditional deck, the Three of Swords is the most well-known card. It's the heartbreak card. So I'm getting sorrow here. So I do get that, like, your strength, although your strength is definitely being dreamy and being very creative, you find new ways to think about things, to approach them. You believe in the things that most people might not believe in, which make you really like successful, which make you very just fluid and just this beautiful energy. But it often leads to sorrow, maybe because you don't come back down to reality in time to realize that I'm dreaming about this too much. I'm creating too much of an illusion here. Okay. In your near future, which would be the end of this month, or at least sometime in October here, we have the Eight of Wands being clarified by the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is all about victory. Eight of Wands is all about messages, action. So I am getting that in the near future here, this situation might actually become very balanced. Whatever you've been doing or trying to do, or it could be a result of coming back down to reality and having that communication. And what I'm getting here is that it could be unbalanced. And I kind of got this initially when I was here. Part of the reason it might be imbalanced is because you're not communicating something here. Mercury retrograde affects our communication as well. It might make you a little bit more harsh in your communication, which a lot of people see as a negative thing. But honestly, when I've been doing my readings, I'm seeing it more as a necessary thing. That forward, blunt communication, if you're not already doing it or you're not used to doing that, this gives you that push to really move forward and do it, and it creates effective changes. Okay, sometimes you have to use that just head-on communication to get things done. So for me, that's how I feel about Mercury retrograde. I don't think of it as necessarily a negative thing at all. So what I'm getting and what I was getting, it could be out of balance just because you're not communicating like, man, that really hurt me when you responded in this way. I feel like I invested in this. I feel like I want a new beginning. You're not communicating those things. And if you are, you're maybe beating around the bush or sugarcoating it. You're not being very direct with it. And so this other person or people within a situation might not realize that they're hurting your feelings, might not realize that you want this outcome or you want this kind of pace to happen. They might just be kind of going along for the ride, not even realizing what they're doing to you, you know? So if you don't communicate it, they're not going to know. So I do get by the end of the month or sometime this month, there is going to be positive movement forward. There's going to be positive messages coming in, and it's going to lead to a victory within this situation. I do get for some of you, that's this situation ending. But it's a victorious end where you actually feel good about it. You want to end it. You take charge and you take lead and you're like, you know what? I came back down to reality and I realized that you are not what I want. The situation is not what I want. I'm going to end it. So, and I get that for just a small few of you. But it's all the ball's in your court, Pisces. It's probably going to be, give me 1 second to write that down because it's probably going to be the name. Okay. So yeah, the ball's in your court, Pisces. You're kind of, you can move forward in however you want, but either way, you're going to feel good about whatever direction you do move forward in. For your advice, we have the Hierophant being clarified by none other than the Hierophant. We have a double Hierophant card here, Pisces. Ooh, some of you might be messing with Aries because I almost said Aries. Wow. This is your advice. So your advice is saying in this situation, what I'm getting is it's okay to love. It's safe to love. This situation may not be what it seems to be because you're not communicating something. And so once that communication comes forward, it's looking like your advice might be like, hey, go ahead and commit to higher levels of commitment. Or maybe that's what the communication needs to be is, hey, why am I not your girlfriend? Why am I not your boyfriend? You know, why are you telling me no? Why is this not moving to the next level? This is where I'm at. This is how I feel. Do you feel the same way? But there is going to be higher levels of commitment is your advice card here. And because it's being clarified by the Hierophant, it just lets me know even further, this is a traditional kind of commitment. Okay. So this is like, it could be marriage, could be just dating, boyfriend, girlfriend. It could even be like moving in with each other. I'm getting for some of you exchanging social media passwords and usernames, like gaining a different kind of access into each other's private lives almost. I don't know who that's going to resonate for. But it's like, this is definitely a higher level of commitment, a higher level of understanding between you two that this is exclusive. This is between you and I. This is going to have progress, movement forward. I'm also getting like, because the Hierophant can also be about knowledge, education. I don't know why I'm getting like advice for some of you is like do more research, not necessarily on this person or situation, but just in general, like expand your knowledge, expand what you're learning. Maybe some of you are in school, you're focused on one subject and it's like, no, feel free to expand beyond that subject is what I'm getting for a small few of you. That's like a very specific message for just a few of you. For what you're not seeing, we have the Nine of Swords being clarified by the Knight of Swords. Okay, this is definitely like what I've been saying here, Pisces. What you're not seeing is you're creating your own anxiety and fear. You're staying up, you're stressing about the situation because there's a lack of clarity with the communication here. Knight of Swords is all about, hey, you need to come in with very clear communication. You need to know what you're thinking clearly, making a decision almost. I wouldn't be shocked if one of these came out with the Two of Swords. But what I'm getting, excuse me, I have to take a drink there. What I'm getting is like, what you don't see is you're creating your own anxiety and fear and stress and restlessness within the situation. You're creating your own like battle of the thoughts here because you're not communicating something very clearly. It is safe to move forward with that communication, Pisces. Use Mercury retro. Use Mercury retrograde as an advantage to you. So those areas where maybe you're not so confident communicating in, or those things that you don't always communicate very clearly with, trust me, now is the time to communicate it. Pull on the energy of Mercury and use it for your advantage here, okay? You don't have to be harsh, but you do need to be clear. That's what I'm getting here. In your hopes and fears position, we have the Nine of Pentacles being clarified by the Queen of Cups. You're really hoping that this situation turns out to be both financially stable. You want a lot of bounty. You want pentacles. Like you're hoping that, hey, I hope we can come together and really create this beautiful, stable foundation for each other that still has a lot of emotion and love within it, okay? The Queen of Cups is all about internal. For me, the queens are internal, the kings are external. And don't forget, we did start the reading off with King of Cups. So this could be a divine counterpartner for you, Pisces. But it's just like the Queen, you're hoping to be very internally fulfilled, emotionally satisfied and happy with the situation. And externally, you're hoping those pentacles are all there and that you guys can really create this stable foundation and future with each other. Again, this could also apply to being a job. You're hoping that this job pays off and that it gives you a lot of money and finance and stability and you actually enjoy what you do. For our potential outcome, we have the Empress being clarified by the Ace of Discs. That's beautiful energy here, okay? Wow. Beautiful outcome. This outcome would happen in the month of October since this is the October monthly read. What I'm getting here is that the potential outcome, I don't even know if I need to explain it, but the potential outcome here is you just being very in your energy, very happy, very solidified. I'm getting very, what's the word? I have the word in my head and I can't say it. Being very, not comfortable, but very like satisfied with the situation, the relationship, the whatever it is for you that it's talking about here. There's a high level of satisfaction, of ease, comfortability. You're really enjoying yourself. You're enjoying the situation. And Ace of Pentacles, those pentacles are coming in for you. You're going to start seeing like a stable foundation, a stable future. If you don't see that yet, once you have that communication, Pisces, everything's going to align and you're going to just be feeling really high in your own energy here. You're going to start seeing positive action being moved forward. If it's a person and you communicate things, they're going to be like, oh my God, I had no idea. I've been wanting to be with you since we started dating. Like, let's make this exclusive. You know, here's some money to help with your bills now that we're exclusive. Like, I want to take you out. I want to do more things with you. You're just feeling really good. And you're seeing those pentacles start to come in for you. The waiting game. This is your oracle message. It is number 2, which talks about connections as well, balance, connection, things like that. Let me go ahead and read from here. Sorry, Pisces, I gotta find it. If you're still here, by the way, please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps the channel significantly, especially if this resonated for you. It could resonate for someone else and help them as well. Am I passing it? I gotta be passing it just by one here. There we go. This card indicates that you've worked hard to set things in motion in certain areas of your life, and you're now waiting for the results to come to fruition. The number 2 is all about choice and decision. In the past, you may have been afraid of making decisions or choices, but now you're no longer held prisoner by this fear or the constraints of old beliefs. Expect the best and be open to the limitless power of your intuition, which is presently very strong. Trust and use it to assist you. Achievement and success are assured, but once obtained, don't let it change you. Remember who you are, the effort that it took to get you to this point, and the gratitude you need to show to people who helped you. Stay on your spiritual path, for it will continue to guide you on the journey of your soul. Pisces, definitely. It looks like the month of October, you're seeing exactly what direction you need to move in, and it's going to pay off for you. You're going to start to really see some good results by the end of October. I'm getting between week 3 and 4 is when you're going to start seeing those results, as long as you do take action between weeks 2 and 3 here. Possibly wait till after the retrograde, which I think is on the 8th. So the second week of October would be ideal for you to start having this communication, just because it can... Although the energy of Mercury will still be around, it'll be passing. And so you still be able to use that energy, but it won't be as strong. So then your communication will come off exactly how you want it to. That's all I have for you, Pisces. Thanks.